I probably enjoyed playing Mr. Bean the most because he's a character who's furthest away from my own character. As a person, I don't like him at all. I think he's very odd and pretty weird and not very nice. What's fun about it is it's an escape. You know, when you play the character, you don't care what you do. It's a weird kind of release. First time we did the character, I'm fairly certain, was 1979 on stage. And that was when we had developed, I think, 2 sketches. One was the beach sketch, in which he's trying to change into his swimming trunks on the beach. And then there's the one in the church, in which he's sitting in the church and he misbehaves while someone's spouting a sermon. The character didn't have a name. He didn't have to have a name because there were no words spoken in the sketches in which he featured. They were silent sketches. But then when we thought, actually, these sketches are quite funny, it's quite an interesting idea to develop a comedy character who doesn't use words. Television comedy had developed from radio comedy, which was a very wordy, tradition. And we had to give him a name in order to give the television show a name. So we came up with the name of Mr. Bean. We were thinking Mr. White for a while. That was an idea, but that sounded a bit dull. We thought of, vegetables, and Mr. Bean seemed to be short, sharp, and to the point. The one I remember shattering me the most, making me the most tired and exhausted I have ever been, was a movie we did called Mr. Bean's Holiday, in which he travels down through France, to the south of France, to the Cannes Film Festival. And we did a sequence in Provence, which was where he gets caught up with a peloton of cyclists, and he overtakes them with great ease. I didn't overtake them with great ease. I had to put in a tremendous amount of effort, and once we'd done a couple of takes of that, I was absolutely dead, because I'm not a cyclist, I'm not fit, I'm not an athlete. They cycled very slowly to make sure that I overtook them. Very, very hard. I remember thinking that I'd nearly killed myself with the exhaustion. In those days, we tended to do things for real because it was cheaper, and CGI didn't really exist with the sophistication that it now has. I mean, certainly the wider shots, if you can see the wheels of the car on the road, then we were doing it for real. If it's a tighter shot, then we may have been on a trailer being pulled along. Just to make it easy, I tended to just, do it. I remember, we wanted the shot of the car coming straight towards camera. The cameraman was here, and I just drove straight at him, and you would never do that in this day and age. I mean, I stopped, before I hit him, but I might not have done, or the brakes might have failed. Because of that, you're not allowed to do that kind of thing anymore. But in those days, we did.